Hello, I'm Chris. Welcome to my reading corner. This is another tag video. This is the Girl Scout cookie tag. I was tagged by basically Nedda, and the original creator was A Web of Stories. Question 1: Trefoils, a classic novel you love. I've gone for Dracula for this by Bram Stoker. I really enjoyed this novel. It's kind of more like, it's written more in letters than a novel, but I really enjoyed it. I did struggle with it. Not necessarily struggle with it, but like it took me it took me a while to read it because I don't know, it just took me a while to read it, but yet I still enjoyed it. So I'd say Dracula, although I found it frustratingly annoying that it took me so long to read a book when I was enjoying it, but it's definitely one I want to reread as well. Lemon Ups, a book you find inspiring. I'm going to say Fahrenheit 451 because of Guy Montag, the way he's a he's a fireman and he burns books, and then eventually he stops burning books and starts keeping them and finding out what's in them. And I think, it just, you've got to think about what's around you and then say when things aren't right and say when things should be done. Not when things aren't right, but stand up for what you believe, you know what I mean? And things like that. S'mores, a comforting book. This is a difficult question. I just had a book in my head for this, and it's gone now. A comforting book. A comforting book. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. It's one of my earlier Neil Gaiman ones I read, but I really enjoyed the story. And there's a London below, and the guy comes from London above, and it's like really interesting how there's this London below the actual London, which I think is really interesting. But it's a really good book, and it's one I really enjoyed, and I've also read the graphic novel of it as well, which was really interesting. Adventurfuls, an adventurous book. For this I picked The Road. The Road is a story about a man and a child. The world's gone to... It's basically barren. There's no food, there's no people around. There's the bad guys, and there's this father and son. And they're travelling across America, and it's just an adventure between these two. It's a hard read, it's a brilliant read, and as a dad, it's a very, very, very hard read. Thinking, what you would do in the same situation, but it's definitely an adventure. Samoas, a book that blends two or more genres. For this I picked A Whiff of Death by Isaac Asimov. It's based, it's a bit science fiction. It's based in like a laboratory, but there's also been a murder, so there's also a crime, mystery. So I really enjoyed that book, and it's one that stuck with me. It's one that I want to reread and see how I feel about it now. It's been a while since I've read it. Do-si-dos, either a book you love that everyone seems to hate, a book you hate that everyone seems to love. I found this one hard to answer. I mean, I don't specifically know what a book I hate and love. I know I don't know. I'd probably go 1984 for that, because I don't know. Is it? I don't know what to pick. I'm gonna go 1984 by George Orwell. I think it's a brilliant book. I'm not sure whether people don't like it, do like it, or whether it is mixed. But it's about Big Brother. It's about society. It's a really good book. I really enjoy it, but I'm not sure if everyone likes it or not. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure of the consensus on books people hate and books people love. But that's one book I love that maybe not everyone would like. And I do think that I love 1984 and I love George Orwell, but I do think I do prefer Fahrenheit 451 slightly more than 1984, and I think it's only slightly more, but yeah, it's enough to warrant the difference anyway. But yeah, I'd pick that. Thin Mints, one of your all-time favourite books. I've said Fahrenheit 451 is one of my favourite books. I've said The Road is and 1984 is, but I'm going to actually pick Norwegian Wood for this, because I think Norwegian Wood is a very stark. It's it's about loss, it's about friendship, it's about a lot of things, and I think it's a really good book. And I don't want to go too much into it because it is quite a depressing read as well, but it's I don't know, I just really enjoy it, and it's just one of my favourite books. But it's just about like a guy and two girls really, and they're all a bit lost really in the story. And it's a bit of a hard read because of the way that the story reads, but yeah, it's one I really enjoy. Again, I don't know who's done this and who hasn't done this, so if you fancy doing this, give it a go. I'd love to see what you say about these questions. But this is my video, and thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.